Hello guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. Today's problem statement is reverse an array. This is one of the most simplest questions that can be asked in a lot of MNCs like Tech Mahindra, Infosys, Wipro, TCS, and in LeetCode too. This can be asked to fresher or working professionals having experience 0 to 4 years around. So let's move to the points that we're going to discuss here. We are going to see the brute solution and how we are going to optimize that brute solution with better time complexity and space complexity. This is our problem statement where we have an array and we are going to reverse this in this form. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is our array and we want this to be as 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's move to the brute solution. Brute solution means it is an approach to solve a problem statement by the way it is asked. So what do I mean to say that? Since we want to reverse this, so we want last element to come at first index, right? So we have to iterate it from last. So that's how we are going to look into that. So in order to reach to the last, we should know what is the length of this array, because we know array is stored at certain indexes and first element is stored at 0th index, right? So to find the length of array, we have this inbuilt method array.length, and right now the length of this array is 5. Let's see the logic. So what we are doing over here, so this logic that we see over here, this is just checking whether array has any element or not. If it has no element or it has single element, just return that array. So that's what we are checking over here. If array is equal to null or array.length less than 2, that means it has only single element. So just return that. No need of any kind of iteration. Second, if it has more than one element, so we need to apply our technique, this technique. So we are going to see over here for int I is equal to array.length minus 1 till 0th index, and we are decrementing that I pointer. And the next question is why we are taking int I is equal to array.length minus 1. Why not just array.length? So let me show you over here. As we can see over here that length is 5, right? But you can see this fifth element is stored at array.length minus 1. 5 minus 1 is 4th index, right? So that's how we are iterating it, and we are just fetching the element. So that's how this logic works. But is it a better solution? No, certainly not. This code has time complexity on and space complexity on. And how it is? Because here we are iterating it for n number of times. N number of time means for n element, that means here we have 5 elements, so we are iterating it for 5 times. So that's why time complexity is on. And space complexity is on because we are storing this n element in certain new array, right? So that's why the space complexity is also on. So next thing, how we are going to optimize this? So we are going to apply a swapping technique and two-pointer approach. So we all are aware of swapping technique, and here we can see start and end pointer. Start pointer is pointing to first element or first index of array, and end pointer pointing to last index of array. So this first pointer having element 1 will be stored at temp. Okay, now this start pointer, or we can say the first index, is empty right now. So here we can bring this 5 from here to start. So now this end pointer is empty right now. This last index is empty. So whatever element we have in temp, we can store it. So this way our reversing technique works. And at the same time, we are going to increment the start pointer and decrement the end pointer. So that's what we can see over here. Start pointer moved to one position and end pointer moved back one position. And we are going to apply same swapping technique. In step 3, we can see start and end are equal, so there is no need to move any further. So what did we notice till now? We had we have seen here that we don't need to iterate complete array right now, till like from 0th index to array dot length minus 1. We only moved our start and end pointer only half of its length, right? Start 0, 1, 2 and end pointer moved to 4, 3, 2, right? So with this, don't you think that our time complexity has improved? Now it is only half of it, and the space complexity is O(n), because we don't need any new array to store them. We just reverse those things in the existing array. Let's confirm this in our IDE. We are going to code and make our hand dirty and confirm the output. So we have one method here that we have created over here, is to reverse an array, which is taking your array, and then there is one start pointer, there is one end method. Okay, so let's say how we are going to do that. Before that, let me show you the code. So this is our array 1 2 3 4 5. Okay, this is just to print that array, and this is a method where we are passing array and your start pointer and last pointer. Since the length is 5, so we have last pointer is at 4th index. Let's code now, right now, how we're going to do it. So first of all, in order to do swapping, we need temp, right? So we are going to declare temp over here. Now we are going to iterate. Okay, so this is our iteration where it's checking from start till end. So first thing, as I've shown you in the problem statement, first we are going to store the start element in temp, right? Now our start index is empty right now, so we are going to store here at your end element. Now array of n is empty, so we can store your temp value here. So this is how swapping takes place, and at the same time we are going to increment your start pointer and decrement your end pointer. So this is how the coding is done. So we just need to save it. So we can just save it, and we are going to call this here. Okay, let's print the statement and check. So we can see over here the array is reversed, right? So thank you guys so much, and please do like and subscribe for upcoming videos. Thank you so much.